Welcome to another segment of Winning with Michelle and Friends. And today I have with me the esteemed pleasure of sitting and having a conversation with my friend Alicia Spence. Alicia, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me once more. Always a pleasure being here.
Yes, indeed. And it's always a pleasure having you. So, as we said, we're here to sit and have a conversation. And the conversation that we're going to be having this afternoon is about purpose. But just before we dig right in, pay attention to these promotions.
Hello, I'm Nikhila McDaniel, co-author of The Girl Who Found Her Voice Through Therapy. My mom and I wrote this book to share how therapy helped me overcome grief, pain, and low self-esteem after losing my dad to gun violence at the age of 6. It is now available on Amazon. Purchase your copy today and let boys and girls know that they can still experience joy after losing a loved one. Thank you.
Awesome. So, purpose. What comes to mind when you think and you hear the word purpose? Hmm. I'll tell you for me, when I started out on this journey concerning purpose, I believe, Alicia, it was when we met in St. Kitts in 2017.
2016.
It was 2016?
Yeah, the latter part of 2016 going into 2017.
Okay, the latter part of 2016. And truly, I would say it before that, it was just living, just existing.
Mm,
But when yourself, myself, Diana, and Shelly got connected, it was just something among us. We just kept on talking about purpose, especially Diana. Everything should say purpose, like, purpose.
yeah,
And that started like lit something within me. Before then, it was just existing. It was just existing. And I'm not sure if you who are listening today, if that's where you find yourself, where you just existing. You get up, you go through the routine, you take care of the children, you get them out to school, you get yourself ready, you go to work, and you come back, and it's the same routine, the same routine. No, what exactly am I here for?
yeah.
Why am I, what was I brought to this earth?
Those
It wasn't
questions.
until we girls, we ladies got together. And as we hung out at times, as we're in prayer or closing prayer, we're talking about purpose, like going out, pursuing purpose. You remember that, Alicia, when we were there, especially Diana?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Diana has always been just big on purpose. And even when it made no sense, it's like, it's a word that you hear every day,
Yeah.
but it's like it had for me, I was at a place of standstill. I
Mm,
was searching and those questions were the questions that I was asking at the time. Who am I?
mm,
Why am I here? What's the purpose, of me being here? And I remember how,
mm.
man, she was always just this, is the excitement for me.
Yes,
Just say,
yes, yes,
girl, a gal, purpose. We're here for purpose. And I'm like,
yes, yes, yes,
oh, it's like
yes.
just seeing the excitement on Diana's face, like, but
Mm,
but within me, I'm asking myself, so who am I? Because
mm,
I'm watching these folks seem as if they're walking out their purpose, but it's
mhm,
like I'm at a standstill, and just as you said, existing,
mm, mm,
existing. But one one thing that I've learned and still learning
mhm,
is that the process to get into, it is it within itself purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we don't understand or get it at the time, we're like asking these questions. Where
Yeah.
that is the process of getting there. And the
Yeah.
mere fact that we're even asking these questions is
Yes.
major. It's a plus plus plus
Yes.
because it tends to open gates
Mm-hmm.
that are doors to us, uh,
Mm.
that gives us answers that we're looking for and experiencing and exploring parts of us that we wouldn't necessarily, we don't even know, weren't aware
Mm-hmm.
that it was there all along. So
Mm-hmm.
purpose.
Yep. You know, even as you said that, Alicia, what for me was you said that from the mere fact that you're even asking,
Yeah.
that too is purpose.
Yeah.
And the asking, it opens, it unlocks, it allows you to now access.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and that is so powerful, just even the asking, because God did say, ask and ye shall
That's given.
receive. Just the
Yeah.
fact that you ask, because we could have decided, okay, just let us go on with the routine, with just
Mm.
existing. But
Yeah.
it's like you come to this point in your life when, like, no, man, there got to be more to life than this, boy. No, man.
Yeah.
Getting up and just going through the routine, God, like this great God, that's all He would have created me for. And for me,
Yeah.
that was what I was just kept on turning over in my head. No, man, this great God, like this is the best you can do, God, with this life that you have given me. No, there got to be something more to living
Yeah.
than this. And it's not that we're
And
complaining about where we're at, but it's like for me, in my mind, God is just humongous. And this life that I'm living don't match the God that I'm serving. So come on, God, you got to let me
yeah.
in on some things here. Yep. You
That's so true because for me growing up, I was always curious, always. And
mm,
like, just watching my surrounding,
yeah,
observing my surrounding. And now I can truly say, yes, that is exactly what was going on at the time with me. And because that is who I am even today. I'm very observant of my
yes,
environment when something is going right from when something is not going so right, when it looks like it's going around in a circle. And
yes.
growing up, that was what I saw, you
Mm,
know. Um, Parents going to work, coming back, having
mhm,
children, who is married from who is not married, and the
mhm,
same cycle every day. And it's
mhm.
like, what to what end? To
And
what
then
end?
it's not only that, it's like, okay, so this set, and then life happens, death comes, and they pass off the scene, and then another set. And it's just
Yeah,
like, no, man.
cycle,
Yeah,
cycle,
yeah. It's
cycle.
like,
It's like you're
yeah.
not living. It's like there's no true meaning to this. It's like my question was
Mhm.
always like, is this all to life, God?
Yes.
I don't know if you remember when I was over there in St. Kitts the first time when we met, and I remember it was a convention at the church, and
Yes.
I remember breaking down on your shoulder.
Yeah.
I I remember this woman laughing so hard while I am
She was.
crying. I'm crying and
She
I'm like,
was.
why am I here? Those are the questions I was asking. Why am I here? I don't want to be here. There's so many people that wants to be here,
Yeah.
should be here. God,
Yeah.
you have taken them, but yet you have me here. Why?
Mm,
What is the why of Alicia being here? And I was speaking from a place of hurt, which
mm.
is an experience
Yes.
which lessons are birthed from,
Mm.
which the messages are coming from,
Yes.
because through every pain, it's not, you're not just going through something
Yes.
for nothing.
Mm.
There's a message in it. You're getting the lesson. You're learning from that, and after learning from that, it's like that's the place of cultivation.
Yes.
Cultivation is taking place right there. I was
Mm.
reading something recently that talks about diamonds don't just appear under the earth like that. It takes I think it's carbon with the
Mhm.
heat and all that,
Mhm.
and then it begins to
Mm.
produce and
Process.
hurt
Mm.
them. So the process of um
Process. Hmm.
that beautiful thing that we flash everywhere
Yes.
today,
Yes. A
it didn't just
girls.
about like that. So my now, when I look back even on those experiences that I
Mhm,
would have walked through and the questions that I would have asked, sometimes now I'm like repenting, like God forgive me.
mm.
Because now I see how necessary it
And
was for
yeah,
me to go through. It was painful,
yeah.
and but it, one of the things that moved me, it was recently it happened um last year when I received a visitor here,
Mhm,
and while she was praying over me, she said to me, the Lord said to tell you that when you were going through what you were going through when you were a child, I was always there, and it could have been worse, but it was because I was there protecting you.
mm,
That in itself moved me
mhm, mm,
because for so long it seems
mm,
as if my questions was like, God, so
mm,
you're God, so why did you allow these things to happen?
mm,
You are God, why? What? And I had so many whys. But then when I looked back, I started looking back on the different experiences when I could have died, when I could have, so many things could have happened. But God, hearing in my now, present time, God is saying to me that I have always been there, Alicia.
mhm,
I've never left you, Alicia. Just like I said it in my word. From before the foundation of the earth, I have loved you. I
mm,
have created you. I have fashioned you for a purpose.
mm,
I have called you for such a time as this. And I remember him saying to me, um, you are mine. You are mine.
mhm,
And the purpose that I have for you, it is already established. I
mhm,
was like, I pondered on these words
mhm,
to date. I pondered on them because now, in my now, I'm living it, I'm seeing it, I'm walking it out now in such a
mhm.
way that my thing now is like, oh God, let me enjoy the process. Just let me enjoy the process. I'm not in a rush anymore. I'm
Yep,
not,
yeah,
because I'm
yep,
walking in this place where I am now aware.
yeah, yep.
The
And
awareness wasn't there before,
yes,
but now it
yes,
is.
yes,
Even when I don't understand, even when it makes no sense.
yes. And it is priceless.
Come on, man.
Being aware is like the light. Genesis, where he said, let there be light.
Light.
That's what the awareness brings, light as to who I am, why I'm here, the path that I'm on, the assignments, the persons that is in my life, and the purpose they serve, the purpose I serve in their lives. Awareness, game changer. As
Yeah.
you were talking, Alicia, mm, and you shared about that individual who was visiting with you and prayed over you. When you touched on God as he spoke, that he was there as a child with the experiences that you went through.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I saw when you said, he said that he was protecting you, he was keeping you. One of the things I heard, as you said, he was protecting you, not only from other extremities that could have happened, but
Yeah.
also protecting you from you.
Yeah.
Let me see if
Ah,
I
come
can
on.
demonstrate. So it's
Come
kind
on.
of like this file, and this is you in, so it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like protecting you from you. Why? Because what you would have gone through and been going through hit you so hard to the point where you thought of suicide.
Come on. That was the thought that came to me just now, as even as you said that. Because I remember being as I walked walking out my young adult life,
Mm-hmm,
and that was the first time, one of the first time I've ever thought about having suicidal thoughts.
mm,
And my question to God was, why did you allow it to happen now when
mm,
I'm surrounded by so many people? Why didn't you allow it to happen then
uh-huh,
when I was a child? Because yes, I was surrounded by a lot of people, but were they paying attention to me?
mm,
No. Were they seeing me?
mm-hmm,
No. But now, it's like I'm at the center of attention where this person is there, and if this person don't see you, there's a call coming in. So my question to God is like, so why didn't you allow it to happen then? Why no?
Mhm.
And I've never, with everything that I would have gone through growing up,
Mhm.
my I've never had a suicidal thought. It was when
Mhm.
it was in my 20s, my
Wow.
late 20s, the first, I was 26 when had that first suicidal thought. I've never had one before.
Yes.
And by 26, I've already gone through so much,
Mhm.
walked through so much. So
Mhm.
why no?
Mhm.
Why no when
Cause of go ahead, go ahead. My apology. Go ahead.
I'm saying why no when it seems like I'm at a place now where I'm trying to protect myself, but am I truly protecting myself? So when you said that just now, it hit home when you
Yeah.
said protecting me from myself.
Mm,
And truly, that was what it was.
mm,
God protecting me from me.
mm.
Because when I had that thought, I'm telling you, I
Yeah.
planned it from the T, from
Whoa.
A to Z, and how exactly it was going to
Mhm.
happen. And at that time, I wasn't going to just take one life, but I wasn't aware. I was going to take two life. This beautiful
Mhm.
girl that I have as my daughter now, I didn't know that she was um inside. So I wouldn't
Whoa.
even
Whoa. That is
so
huge. So
come on, man.
God, God knows all. So you see, when he said as a child, he was protecting you. As a
Yeah,
child, he sees your beginning days, your during days, your end days. He sees it all. So he's protecting
yeah.
you, protecting also his purpose in you,
Hmm.
as he's protecting you from you and protecting that gem that you have
Yeah,
now called Nicalia. You guys, you saw the
yeah,
promo just now, right? We're going to take
yeah.
a break and have you to just take a look again, and we'll be right back after this.
Hello, I'm Nikhila McDaniel, co-author of The Girl Who Found Her Voice Through Therapy. My mom and I wrote this book to share how therapy helped me overcome grief, pain, and low self-esteem after losing my dad to gun violence at the age of 6. It is now available on Amazon. Purchase your copy today and let boys and girls know that they can still experience joy after losing a loved one. Thank you.
OMG. Do you see how far and wide God's purpose? That's why I said, God, you are humongous. For me to just settle for this life, got to be more than this. Now, protecting you from others
Yeah,
outside, protecting you from yourself, protecting the purpose He has in you, protecting this little one in you, protecting and that what He has placed within her through
yeah,
her experiences as well. And now, what is that doing through this book and through it's the first of others to
yeah.
come? The
Many.
lives that
Yeah,
are being touched, transformed, delivered, blessed,
yeah.
elevated, ascended, and on and on and on through one word purpose that He
Purpose.
has had embedded within you like a seed
Yeah,
from your young. And the attacks, the experiences, it was all so that it could get you to that place where you say, okay, God, enough. Because even as you were crying on my shoulder, there's like, why am I living like other people, like people just dropping, like losing
yeah,
their life? Like, why do you still have me alive? It's
yeah,
that I kept on saying, which is the
yeah,
flip side of why not I just take me? Because I think you were old enough, older than now we're
yeah,
suicide wasn't so much a thought, but it's like, why you don't just take me, God? Like, why
yeah.
do you have me still living?
I remember I even said that right there too.
Yep.
I was like, why?
Yep. Yep.
Why? There's so many people that wanted to be here and
Mm,
it's
yes.
isn't
I
here.
remember you saying that. Yes.
But
Yes.
no.
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
my God, I'm excited.
Wow.
I'm,
Wow.
I'm excited for my no. And I'm excited because before, when I just got saved, I used to pray this one prayer. I used to pray and like skip out take out long suffering. I would say everything else, but long
Seriously.
suffering, no. But that was the one, the one. I said, oftentimes I said, God, the one that I didn't say, it seems like that's the one you heard.
Yep, yep, yep. So,
And
so I note that several times you pray, you said God, and even those things that we failed to ask, don't
yeah.
fail to grant them. I'm talking. Is this why you added that to your prayer?
That's coming from a real place because by the end of the day, God knows exactly what
Yep,
is good for us.
yep,
I was listening to something recently where I think it was Damex, the late rapper, and he
yep.
was saying something that there's a difference between having free will and choice. He
Mm,
said God gives you free will,
mhm,
but in the end, it's God's choice. The
mm,
outcome is God's choice.
mm,
Though it looks like, oftentimes growing up, you would grandma would say, make him run go on. God have the rope to pull him right back in.
mhm,
So the free will that you're exploring, explore it. But
mhm,
God have his way even within the path that you choose. And he has a strategic plan. He had a strategic plan for Saul, who later became Paul.
mm.
That Paul, he was going around and persecuting and doing this and da 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 da. But in the end, God had a
He
plan.
gave him the rope to
He
go.
gave him the rope and
Yep.
then meet him at a certain point and said,
Mhm,
you that have been persecuting my people, now
mhm.
you're going to suffer. You're going to know what it's like.
Now
You're
it's
going to
time
live
to
up
come in
to
line. Yeah, now it's time to come in line with your purpose.
yeah,
Mm,
because it was necessary. It
mm,
was necessary. It's
mm,
harsh. Yeah,
mm,
people losing their lives and all that. But at the same time, there was a purpose in it.
mm,
God had his own purpose because so much more per
mm,
people lives have been saved
mm,
because of Paul. Yes.
mm,
We're reading his
mm,
books today. The
mm,
books,
mm, mhm.
that's
And
purpose coming in alignment with God's
yes,
will.
yes, yes. And even each of those lives, Alicia, as you share, as you talk, I'm seeing it where it's kind of like mm, even the same diamond we spoke of, when they find it, it's covered up with all different rocks and things. They have to chip away
Yeah. The
in order
precious.
for the beauty to come out, for us to have it, experience it, live it, wear it.
Yeah.
It's a similar thing I saw with Paul, where each Christian life that he took, they're going home to glory. They'll be missed on earth, yes, but each child of God life that he took, it was
Mhm.
God chipping away. Because he would have heard some word that they would have said before he took them out. He would have
Yeah.
heard something like even when Stephen was stoned to death. Stephen looked up and he saw, and he would have heard that confession of Stephen all the time. It was God chipping away, chipping
Yeah.
away, chipping away at that the cross that was around his heart, to the
Hmm.
point where when God met him face to face, God didn't introduce himself, but he said, Lord,
Yeah.
without an introduction. He knew
Yeah.
right away. Because through each Christian life, talking about purpose that he took, God
Yeah.
used that to pull
Yeah.
on his purpose and to
Yeah.
rightly set him in the place
Come
where
on.
he became the author that authored two-thirds of the New Testament.
Come on.
Mm. Some persons lost their lives, yes. They
Yeah.
went home to glory. We give
Yeah.
God glory for that.
Mhm.
But it served a
Yeah.
great purpose. It
Greater,
was
greater
just like
cause.
he said, yeah, it's just like he said to the disciples, I must go. The seed must be planted. The seed is not planted and die,
Yeah.
it abides alone.
Mm-hmm.
It abides alone. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Mm. Amazing. Amazing. You know, for those who are tuning in to us today, I said the word existing, and as Alicia shared earlier, she touched on living. Existing versus living. Existing as opposed to living. Can we invite you to step out on a journey of purpose? finding your purpose, becoming one with your purpose. Just the mere fact that you have decided to ask the question, right there, you have started your journey of purpose.
Yeah.
Just asking the question. And I believe that was Paul, because he would have gone to his teacher, Gamaliel, asking questions. That was him finding his purpose. It has to
Yeah.
start somewhere. It has to start somewhere. With that, we're gonna kind of hit the pause button on our session today because we're gonna be continuing our conversation. And just before we close out, I'm gonna ask Alicia to share with us. I'm gonna hit the promo one more time, and then I'm gonna ask her to share with us why should you get the book that both herself and her daughter have purpose. Why should you go and grab it? And why should you grab a copy or two for another family member or friend? Okay, stay tuned.
Hello, I'm Nikhila McDaniel, co-author of The Girl Who Found Her Voice Through Therapy. My mom and I wrote this book to share how therapy helped me overcome grief, pain, and low self-esteem after losing my dad to gun violence at the age of 6. It is now available on Amazon. Purchase your copy today and let boys and girls know that they can still experience joy after losing a loved one. Thank you.
Yes, Alicia, please go ahead, share with the folks. Why should they pick up a copy of this book?
Uh, why? Well, the girl who found her voice through therapy is my daughter sharing her story about after she lost her dad.
Mhm,
And this book, we created this book to create awareness
mm,
of the importance of therapy, but also the voice of a child, listening to
mm,
your child,
mm,
paying attention to, you
mm,
know, the
mm,
the changes. You used a child. For me, I was used to my daughter being so jovial, happy, doing so many things,
yes.
but it started changing,
Mm,
and I took note of that.
yes.
And
Mm,
taking note of that, I realized it goes far deeper than. And I was having this conversation with her grandfather earlier on this week that I lost my brother at he was around the age of 13, 14.
mhm,
And I realized that no, I'm realizing I read the book. We wrote the book. But when I sat down and I read the book, it brought back memories to me also about losing my brother and who saw that Alicia was going through something. And
mm,
in seeing that with my daughter, we thought, and as God would have given us the vision to, other people need to hear this because there's so many persons going through stuff like this. I
yes.
don't even know how to handle
Yes.
it. And these two will
Yes.
bring awareness,
Mm,
cause an awakening for parents to pay
yeah.
keen attention to their boys and girls.
Yeah.
Uh, you know,
And
so
where can they pick up a copy?
on Amazon, definitely on Amazon, or if you're in Jamaica, can
Yes.
pick and on the south side of St. Elizabeth can pick up a copy at Best Health Pharmacy,
Mm-hmm.
Junction St. Elizabeth on Pines Plaza, or if you're near Treasure Beach,
Yeah.
where the beautiful sceneries are, you can pick up a copy at Kingfish Plaza. You can just go over there and ask for Charmaine, and you
Oh.
can get your copy there. Or you can email us at Alicia, Alicia,
Mm-hmm.
Spence, Spence, 20, that's 20 at gmail.com.
Awesome. Awesome. And all that contact information will be below this video where you can go ahead and pick up your copy and the second one or two to bless another family member or friend because we are all brother's keeper.
That's
Thank
right.
you so much for tuning into our show today. And just before we go, we're going to share this promo with you. And right after, we'll be closing it out. So until we meet and see each other again, same time, same place, look out for Winning with Michelle. God bless you. We love you. And Alicia, any closing words?
Ah, I would say just live. It's okay. It's okay to feel, with the anxiety comes and with the questions and all that. It's uncomfortable now, but trust me, in the end, it will make sense.
Absolutely. God
Yeah.
bless you guys.
Spiritual
Love you.
unveiling.
Amen. And remember, you are a winner. Talk with you
Yes.
soon.